with both IBM and Apple reporting numbers, and we've got an all-star lineup to break it all down for you.
Joining us now, Roger Kay of Endpoint Technologies Associates, and our Bulls and Bears. We have Nancy Skinner, Gary B. Smith, and James Freeman. Roger, first to you, and of course we're all focused on Apple, but we shouldn't forget about Google. As I mentioned to Liz Clayman, it's up again another 2% today. Where's the endpoint there?
Well, Google, is one of those great companies, and right now, they're on a roll. I guess they dropped back for a couple of years while people debated whether or not they'd be able to hold on to the advertising franchise. That lease has been renewed. They're doing great now. So Google's turning out great products. The Android operating system is fueling the big smartphone uptake right now. So they're definitely a contender in this space.
Gary B., I want to come to you. Apple has a MacBook Air event coming up. You're going to see news coming out of there. But who do you think overtakes ExxonMobil? We're going to break it up to Shabani Joshi on the breaking news deck. Shabani, what do you got?
All right, so we've got a beat from IBM on both the top and bottom line. Earnings per share coming in better than expected, beat by 7 cents at $2.82. The street was looking for $2.75. Revenue also coming in and exceeding expectations, $24.3 billion, higher than the $24.1 billion the street was looking for. A couple of the other headlines to keep in mind: $11 billion of cash on the balance sheet is what it's reporting. Something that that Wall Street was paying a lot of attention to was the sales of the company's System Z mainframe computer. It was a brand new computer. That new computer line saw sales up better than, I want to say 15%, 15%, revenue up 15%. So that was a critical data point that the street was looking for, though you are seeing actually a sell-off in the aftermarket trading price of IBM. We're going to continue to dissect this, but at least the preliminary numbers for third quarter beat on both the top and bottom line.
That's interesting news. Thank you, Shabani. Let's take it back to you, Gary B. Remember last quarter, Gary, IBM missed on the top line. What do you make of this, that the tech companies are really coming in with powerful earnings when the rest of the economy seems to be doing so poorly?
Liz, as much as I have been kind of skeptical of this market, you can't deny the price action. I'm talking about the charts. I did not realize this. IBM, over the past few days, broke to an all-time high. I mean, it has been treading water since 1999. That is a long stretch of nothing, almost back to the time I was working for them. They have done absolutely zero. When you see a stock, Liz, break to an all-time high that broke a resistance line spanning over 10 years, that's nothing but positive. That's nothing but bullish. It looks to me now like IBM could run a long, long way, almost regardless of how the stock reacts to the earnings news in the next day or so.
I'm looking at the stock action after hours. After the announcement here, Roger, we have it going down. It ended the day at 142.83. It's now trading the bids at 139.27. What's the problem?
Well, this is probably sell on the news. I mean, the stock has been running up for the last days and weeks in anticipation of this. I think everybody has a good bead on where IBM's business is. It's a very steady business. It's relatively predictable. They have a $130 billion backlog in their services business. They have a lot of contracts that just pay in. Their real revenue for now is coming in from contracts that were signed already years ago, some of them. So this is a very steady business. I think a lot of people knew it was going to be a good quarter, and they actually ran the stock up beforehand, and now they're selling it off after the fact.
Nancy Skinner, you think the tech companies will lead us out of the economic doldrums?
Technology always changes. It's always going to be in demand. Oil's finite. One day it's going to end. So yes, I would bet on technologies.
Well, James, why is it that we don't see Intel going up with the rest of the tech companies? We see the folks on the software end going up, and of course IBM covers all bases, but why not the microchips?
Well, we saw the news last week. I think generally they're healthy, and the tech sector is healthy. We've seen it across the economy. Healthy companies.
Intel can't get above 20, James. I mean, it's still stuck below 20. It's in that range.
I think, as you know, I don't think it's a problem with the companies. I think the overhang is Washington created uncertainty.
All right. Well, forget the freeze. It's time to cut. We're going to go to the next story. Thank you, Gary. I'm going to see it in a little bit.
Well, why some say it is time for Fannie and Freddie to cross